Okay, welcome guys. Welcome back to Getting the Greatness. It's your boy Coach CJ, future Dr. Deloach here. I just want to take this time to try to, I don't want to say vlog or whatever, but I want to talk about my experience today. I flew out from Fort Campbell to GCU. I'm here for my doctoral residency. This is my first residency for my doctoral program. I have to do it this year, and again, I have to do a residency next year throughout this process. For those that don't know, I am going through the doctoral process to get my doctorate in education and organizational leadership and development. I'm doing my dissertation on resiliency in the military and how that translates to senior leaders in corporate America. I think it's a good topic. I think that my research should be well received, and God willing, I'll be Dr. Deloach here at the end of this process. But today was kind of crazy. I had to wake up really early back home. I think I left home at like 4:30 a.m. My flight didn't leave until 7:30, but it's about an hour or so to the airport, and then having to park and get to the actual terminal, and then get into security, which wasn't too bad. Nashville's not too big of an airport, but then my bag got flagged, so I go through this whole process of getting a TSA pre-check and whatnot, and you think that's going to actually happen fast, where you go and you're able to move through security fast, but I ended up getting flagged, so I had to stop and wait, and then it went through my bag. But it was because I had a racket ball. I used a racket ball for self massaging to be able to get some of those knots out of my back, and that racket ball somehow flagged because it was inside my carry on bag. Then I got on the plane. Don't get me started about that. So on the plane, I go through I end up getting upgraded to first class. So while I'm sitting in first class, I ended up beside this guy. I don't know if this guy was tweaking or what, but I thought he was on drugs. I mean, I've seen what people on drugs look like. He didn't look, homely and whatnot. He seemed put together, but this guy was ticking. He just kept playing with his hair and just fidgety. So either he was like, I don't know, it was diabetic stuff, or he was definitely on drugs. I think it was coke because just the way he was and the way he was moving. But he also fell asleep, so that kind of had me perturbed. So I don't know whether or not it was actual coke since the guy fell asleep. Most of the time, people who do coke or crack don't go to sleep. At least that's what I think. I think that it normally keeps people up. But anyway, so um, the flight was good. I watched a movie throughout the time frame. Some I already watched, but I watched that Hunger Games movie, the newer one, where Snow is actually younger, and which was pretty cool. I saw it in the theaters when it first came out, but it was cool to watch it again. Just something to kill time. I don't really like to sleep on planes, and normally I like to read, but considering the fact that I'm going to be in class all day, every day this week, I wanted to take a break on the way here. And the last couple of weeks at work have been kind of rough, so I needed that break, just a mental break, to not do anything productive and just, watch a movie and just relax for a little bit. Flight was good though. Um, Got out here. The weather was crazy in the sense that I left Kentucky or Tennessee. I left home and it was not too bad. It was like 50s, but here it's 96 degrees today. But you guys know the difference between humidity and whatnot. 70 something degrees when it's humid. It's like 90 something degrees in the desert. Where I got here, even though it was 96 to the high today, it didn't feel too bad. I was able to adapt and move around without having to do too much. I did feel a little bit lazy though, so I got 2 miles in here. That's why I'm dressed like I am right now. I came up, changed clothes after dinner, and went out and got 2 miles in. Um, just walking though. I didn't run. Just got it in just so I can get my body moving and keep moving. Tomorrow though, we have to wake up kind of early. Not early for me, but hopefully my jet lag won't be too bad. But I don't think it will be because my body will feel like I'm 2 hours ahead. So I'll probably be up anyway. But we have to be downstairs for breakfast. Like 6:30 ish. I did get to meet some people though, some of my classmates, which is pretty cool because they actually recognized me from our Zoom call that we had, where we all got to meet each other and we're introduced to one another. Um, it's pretty dope. And then I also got to meet one of these guys. So Dr. Marquette, shout out to you if you watch this video or see this video in the process. It's pretty interesting to see him, be one of my professors, seeing his YouTube channel, things like that. But then actually getting to meet him in person. Very humble guy, very nice, personable. Um, I think that he's pretty good. It actually inspired me. Talked about the process and how being able to see it through and just understand that people are just people. And at the end of the day, being people is what's important. Understanding that what you're going through now isn't any different than what anyone else has went through. It's just that now is your turn, and you're the next legacy in that chapter to be able to continue on and build. Us being able to do a doctoral degree, with distance and with minimal residency, wouldn't have been heard of 30 years ago. But now the fact that I get to serve active duty while I'm in the military, still be able to pursue my education, and knock out my goals is so crazy. I'm blessed. I'm grateful more than anything. I'm going to see the process through, take my time throughout this process, and just ultimately, take it one day at a time, one assignment at a time, whatever it takes in order to make sure I complete this process and complete this journey. Throughout my time, one of my main goals for my life, not main goals, but one of my bucket list goals in my life is to be able to go back to my high school and give the dissertation, not a dissertation. I can't talk now. I can think about the doctorate. I want to go back to my high school and give the commencement speech for graduation. In high school, I didn't actually get to walk with my class my senior year. I mean, I kind of graduated on time. I had to go to summer school to graduate, but I didn't get to walk with my class. So it's important for me to be able to go back and be able to say, all the things that I've accomplished in my life, they have no excuse to be able to, do great things for themselves and to be better. If I can do it, anybody can do it. The only difference between me and you is that I didn't quit. Even when I wanted to quit, I continued to persevere, continued to get after it, and continued to get to greatness. That's what's most important. So I'm going to leave some clips from today so you guys can see, talk about the food, maybe show you guys the meal that I had on the plane. Breakfast was pretty good though. Had some omelet, some fruit, and cinnamon roll or something like that. But it was pretty good though, not too bad. And I definitely like first class. I think I could get used to that. So traveling now and going forward, if I can afford it, I'm probably going to upgrade myself. Which, hopefully I'm able to afford it, more frequently. And able to get out and travel more frequently. It's been a while since I've been on a flight. I want to say, I can't even remember the last time I flew. It's been several years probably since I've been anywhere on a plane. But it was pretty cool to be able to do that. And I forgot how much I missed it. So understanding that you should be able to take time out for yourself and do things. It's hard when you have a bigger family. Even when it may be convenient to fly or for one or two people, trying to buy plane tickets for 7 people is a lot. So different places that we would have naturally flown to with less people, we drove to, just because I didn't want to buy plane tickets for 7 people and not be without a vehicle when I got there. So I'm sorry guys, my nose is running because my allergies here. I don't know why, but it seems like I'm allergic to the desert. And I know people move to Arizona and whatnot, to Phoenix and stuff, because the weather with the less humidity actually helps them. But I don't know, maybe I am allergic to the desert. But I don't want to keep rambling on in this video. I just wanted to get on, like I said, and vlog a little bit, talk about my day so I can document this process. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to get down in the comments, ask me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be making sure I do more videos like this. Maybe just talking head, maybe some more different things, maybe actually cataloging some things. But if there's something you want to see and want to see from my channel going forward, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do to help you guys and see if I can get some videos out for you guys. All right, other than that, every single day do something to make yourself better. And you can help others do that as well in the process. Let's get to greatness, guys. Peace.